Jump around! Jump around! Jump up and get down!
Heyday, play day.
How's it going, everybody? How's your day? How's your life? How's your mom? Hope everyone's doing well in that trifecta. Welcome back to another Heyday Play Day. Mr. Pillsuit here with Medi, as always.
Yay, Medi.
And where were we? Where are we?
We are in the caves.
We are in the caves. That's descriptive.
We were on
not like
run a downward trajectory as far as our life balloons go. That's where we are.
Fair enough. Okay.
Make sure you get that ditty.
I'm gonna try to get that ditty.
Okay. Look at he's crying out for you.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately lose him here. Watch.
Just keep moving forward. There you
Okay.
go. Okay. God, man.
I did it. Yay.
All right.
Let's see.
Froggy.
Get the Froggy. Got the Froggy.
I forgot what his name is.
I don't know his name either.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call him Sebastian Slimebutt.
I'm gonna go with Senor Hippity Hop.
Senor Hippity Hop?
Senor Hippity Hop.
Fair enough. All right. Let's get back into our memories as well. I mean, we're not here to talk about games because why would we do that while playing a game? We're here to tell all of you guys.
You can jump on the bees, by the way.
Oh, on this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only when you're riding one of the animals you can do it.
Gotcha. All right. So let's get back to talking. Where were we at last time? He pushed me down.
He pushed you down. I'm sure. You've got 2 lives left before I snag the control back from you, by the way.
Well, hey, I got that save point.
You did get the save point. Remember, got to go down, not up.
All right. Going down.
Going down. Going down, down, down. DK going down. Down, down. Have you ever been to medieval times?
Yes, I've been to medieval times. I've only gone like twice, and the first time that I went, it was all right.
Dude, that was literally the worst possible way you could have used that.
You don't know my life. You don't know these pro strats. I know what I'm doing. This is how the streamers or the speedrun streamers do it.
Yeah, so I've been to medieval times twice also. I went. God dang it, pillow. One more, that's it. One more, and I'm taking it back. I went fairly recently, actually, and it was a good time. This time I got to sit in the winning knight section. I think we were the black and white knight, so it was pretty good.
Oh wait, medieval times. Sorry, I thought you meant Renaissance fair. No, I've never been to medieval times.
Dude, medieval times is good. You should go.
I never really.
Recommend.
I was absolutely doing what you told me to do there. I don't want to hear any guff over that. No, I've always kind of wanted to go, but also my appeal for wanting to eat chicken while horses' feces is around me has never really been like up there on my bucket list.
You know what? Don't knock it till you try it, my friend.
Does it
enhances
the flavor?
Yeah, it's like, having like stinky cheese, all right? Sometimes you just
need the. All right, I'm just gonna give this back to you.
All right.
But yeah, is that what it is? Is it just like, we gotta do like a advertisement for medieval times right now?
I'm just saying.
Medieval times. Our feces makes our chicken that much better.
Our feces for your feasties.
Medieval times. Hey, don't take it from the horse's mouth. Take it from the horse's anus.
You just had to use. You could have used butt, and you had to go with anus, didn't you?
I'm sorry, my vernacular for bums isn't to your liking.
Oh God, you and your vernacular. All right, so let's see if I can.
But yeah, so okay. Well, tell me more about medieval times because I've never gone. I've seen like all of the advertisements, but again, it's never been one of those where like you also got to remember I have a severe hay allergy. So that's also been one of the big reasons why I've never gone.
You have a hay allergy?
Yeah, no, I blow up like the Elephant Man if I go near any kind of like stables.
Well, Shut! I was doing way better than you. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Did you get another save? Nope.
No, there's only it's like Mario. There's only the one mid checkpoint. We were actually out. That was real close to the end of the level right there too. So yeah, that was a big mistake on my end. Hey, shut up. But yeah. So I mean, food. You're not going there for a gourmet experience, but it's passable. And they have just like in Cable Guy, were no utensils in medieval times. Therefore, there are no utensils at medieval times, which is bullcrap because there were totally forks and knives and spoons in medieval times. So I'm gonna say that that's some bullcrap right there. But the food is fine. It's chicken, soup, and if I remember correctly, I think there's also that was way high. There's also like a little dessert and stuff that you can get. But it's a fun experience. It's just like a little something different to do. There's also right next door to it, there is this thing called Pirate's Dinner Adventure, which I've gone to before. Also medieval times though, definitely I think it's mother fluffer. Is definitely the superior experience. But if you like the cool thing about Pirate's Dinner Adventure...
Hold on. I'm going to interject on this real quick because there's probably some people that just heard you say mother fluffer and are wondering what's going on. All right, so like a little bit of backstory. Let's go into the heyday of this conversation. So when I first met you, I believe you have cursed in the past.
In my youth.
In your youth,
yes.
You've cursed quite a bit.
Yeah.
But as of at least the last decade that I've known you, you have not. You have frained away from. Any kind of severe obscenities.
Yeah, it was my senior year of high school where I decided to stop cursing, and it was one of those things that just like that.
God damn it! I'll help you out with it. I'll be your. I'll be your what?
You'll be my crying shoulder. You'll be my
I'll be
suicide.
Your obscenity surrogate.
Obscenity surrogate. I like it. T-shirt idea. Obscenity surrogate.
Obscenity surrogate.
Good band name. But yeah, so in my senior year of high school, I decided to stop swearing, and it's something I just stuck with ever since. Now,
was it because did your brother or sister, weren't they born?
No, it wasn't because of that. But they weren't my little siblings. They weren't born for another few years after that. But it was all right. So we talked earlier about how you had a fairly religious upbringing. Now,
yes,
I had a somewhat religious upbringing. My family they didn't force religion on me, but I did go to a Christian school. My mother is a Catholic. My dad is he's what I call he's Muslim by geography because like my mother's from Mexico, my dad's from Iran, but neither of them really practice their religions that wholeheartedly. And they just wanted me to have some kind of moral structure, I guess. So I went to a Christian school, and then in my senior year, I decided I was like, you know what? I don't need to do this. Gosh.
Get back on your little froggy.
There it is.
Seymour slime bottom.
Senor hippity hop. So I decided I would stop cursing.
I'm gonna put a poll in this video. If you guys want Seymour slime bottom or Senor hippity hop, vote in the corner there.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Senor hippity hop for the win.
Anyways, continue.
So I decided I would just stop, and I have stuck with that ever since. Now there
have been a few, although we won't address who it was, there have been
a couple of occasions because So these words they're supposed to like I think that there's a great power in words. I love words. I think there are too many in the English language that go underutilized, and it's because of lazy profanity. And nothing against it. If that's the way you like to talk, that's the way you like to talk. It's just that I think that there are better words to go by. It's like you remember in Dead Post Society where Robin Williams is talking about how like using terms like very is just lazy. You're not very tired. You're exhausted. You're not very sad. You're morose. And I think that there's
you want to be a living thesaurus.
I do like to be a living thesaurus. If I was a dinosaur, I would be a thesaurus.
Wow, we just went there in this episode. We're hitting the hard the topical stuff of puns right now.
Didn't you just say like didn't you say not that long ago about how you like wordplay? So there you go. There's your wordplay for the day.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I decided to stop, and it also does kind of help out now that since I'm older, I have a little brother and sister who are now, they're starting to get a little bit older, but I wanted to always try to be a decent example for them. So I don't want them to hear me using these words. I don't want them to, pick up the bad habits from me. So it's just my personal decision. Now, that being said, there have been a couple of occasions where I let it fly, and it has, I think, a greater effect thanks to the fact that I don't... crap. I should have gotten that. iframes. Yeah, iframes!
There you go.
So when I do cuss somebody out, which has only happened maybe 3 times in the last decade.
And I remember one specifically, which I will bring up because it definitely has to be said. Like, first off, let me go ahead and preface this. Kids, don't drink if you're under the age. And those that can drink, don't drive, you idiots.
Yes, I remember this.
We had a situation where...
It was another birthday, by the way.
It was another birthday. It was actually our 24th and 25th, where we went over to one of our local pubs, and we celebrated. One of our friends made us a cake, which she's done that twice now. I thought that was really nice. Mm-hmm. So we were over there, and was he a bouncer over there?
He was a cook / bouncer / part-time KJ.
So he was a regular face that we saw over there, but for some reason that night he just decided to get completely plastered, and I think that there was an actual reasoning behind it, and I'll let him keep that private. I'm not gonna tell anybody that, but I remember that there was a little bit of a reason why he decided, at this night out of many, I'm just gonna get completely smashed and drink my sorrows away. So he did that, and that's fine, but the issue with that is an inebriated person is not in the right mindset to make good decisions. And although there were many offers from all of us to have him be driven home, he did not. He did not want that, and we tried to take his keys away from him. We held him away from his car, and then there was this moment of where I'll give him credit to it. We thought that we definitely thought that he was finally listening to us. Mm-hmm. It was all right, well, I just need to get something out of my car, and we can go. I'll leave it here. And so we let him get close to his car, and that's when he decided to get in, lock the doors, and start to drive away. Yeah. And we got to a point where it was all right, well, I mean, we're on this chase now, mm-hmm. On the freeway, trying to get him, we're on the phone with him as well, which, again, that wasn't a smart idea to call a drunk man while he's also driving to tell him to stop driving. Uh-huh. I will give us no brownie points on that. No points to Gryffindor for that. That was all Slytherin on our part.
Speaking of Slytherin.
Hey! So yeah, this guy, he decided not only was he going to drive, but he was going to drive very fast. That was, and we were behind him for most of it, but he actually he was driving so fast. We knew that we should not be driving that fast, and we could not keep up with him without breaking the law. Mm-hmm. And we lost him. And I remember it was a matter of we kept on the phone with him. He did get home, thankfully. By the grace of the spaghetti man in the sky, he was able to get out of anybody else's harm, or any harm of anybody else's way on the freeway. But I just remember hearing the story of the next morning when he woke up and you called him, and I'll let you tell that part of the story.
I called him that night after he had left us in the iframes. Let's go. After he had left us in the dust. And I was very, very, very upset because I personally don't drink, and again, no problems with anybody who does. I just say, do whatever you want to do, be happy, just don't endanger yourself or anybody else. That's my rule. And so...
And it's also good to have you there because at least if somebody does drink too much...
Everybody knows I'm the DD.
You are the
designated driver.
You are the LLDD, which is the lifelong designated driver.
Yes, that is a fact.
But yeah, so I just remember hearing of the phone call that you made.
Yeah, so we were... After we'd gotten left of the dust, and I am fuming at this point. Like, I am so mad. It's like one of those things that, crap. Oh, crap, I need you.
Well, then...
How do I get you?
You probably got to get off of...
I have to choose.
You got to get off of him.
Oh, God. Oh, man, why?
Well, you did it.
Worth it. Oh, man, Senor Hippity Hop would have been a good thing to have right now.
Yep, Seymour Slime Bottom would have been perfect to have there. There you go. Almost lost him again. Oh, well, you lost him now.
Come back again. Oh, no.
He was like, I'm done with your shit.
He's dead.
He is gone.
How did...
Well, you got nuts in the face.
All right, get this Senor Slytherin. So I called him up that night while we were at a gas station. God, why am I now bad at this? This has been me playing, by the way. That's why we got through 3 levels.
Yeah, I'm not going to take credit for that at all.
And so I called him up while we're at the gas station. He finally answers, and he's giving me this whole spiel about why he did what he did and why he had to just drop it in third and leave us behind. And I just told him, I just told him, you know what, man, just go F yourself. And I hung up the phone. So the next day, he's very apologetic. He realizes that he had made a mistake because, I mean, when you've been drinking and your decision making's not at its best, life isn't a low point. You start making some questionable decisions. And when it comes to this kind of a thing, it's just you're endangering not just yourself but other people. So if you guys do drink, which I know the vast majority of you probably do if you're of age, and even some of you probably who aren't. But God, why do I have to leave?
Yeah, let's get real moral on this show because all of a sudden, like the thing is, like I'm gonna segue this into the next episode, just for the fact that seeing as we're gonna talk about people's bad decisions while they're drunk, I think this is an absolutely great segue for the next episode. For you guys to hear about how I,
we'll save it. We'll get to it in the next one.
Well, I want to give them a little bit of a. You gotta like a little bit of foreplay there, man. Like you gotta give them something. So let's just say that the next story has something to do.
It includes Joe's penis.
Well, I wasn't gonna go that far. I was gonna say that it included alcohol, a leather couch, and my bladder. And with that, we will go ahead and see you in the next episode. Make sure that you follow us on all social media at Mr. Pillowsuit on almost everything that I've ever failed on.
And make sure you join the Patreon also, so that way we can keep making content for you.
Absolutely. Definitely check the links down below to check out the Patreon. Become a Patreon and get some good perks where you get to see some stuff. With that, as always, big hug, City Fart. Until next time, you keep fluffing the pillows. I will see you in the next stream. Toodaloo, 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 bye. Adios, amigos. Ciao, ciao. And hopefully you're not going to be so bad next time.
Shut up, Joe.